Hello, my motor enthusiasts. Brace yourselves, we've got a whopper. Lewis Hamilton, our 7-time world champion, is set to leave Mercedes and don the Ferrari red in 2025. Social media is ablaze with images of Hamilton in Ferrari colors, and the ripple effects are massive. Ferrari's shares have shot up 13%, and the speculation around Andretti Global's rejected application to join the championship has taken a back seat. Hamilton's departure leaves Mercedes in a lurch, and the question of who will fill his shoes is the talk of the town. This move has turned the Formula One world on its head, creating excitement and anticipation for the upcoming seasons. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. We're in for a thrilling ride. Hello there, gearheads. Your mate Enzo here.
And this is your friend, William.
Remember, we're dishing out the latest in Formula One every day here on F1 Motor Fever podcast. Do us a solid and subscribe, then hit that notification bell. Now let's go full throttle. Can you believe it, mate? Lewis Hamilton, our 7-time world champion, leaving Mercedes for Ferrari in 2025. The news has caused quite a stir. Even Ferrari stock has jumped by 13% in a single day.
It's absolutely unprecedented. Social media's ablaze with images of Hamilton in a red Ferrari uniform.
Right you are. We were all looking forward to the new Drive to Survive season, weren't we? But then, out of nowhere, Formula One rejects the Andretti Global's application for the championship. And amidst all this chaos, rumors about Hamilton's potential signing with Ferrari start doing the rounds.
The timing couldn't have been more dramatic, could it?
Not at all. Mercedes confirmed Hamilton's departure at the end of the 2024 season, and then we get this personal statement from Hamilton. He's been with Mercedes since he was 13, so this move must have been a tough decision.
It truly has been an end of an era, but the excitement for what lies ahead is palpable.
Absolutely. And while we're surprised, we can only imagine what this means for Mercedes. They've had a successful run with Hamilton. With this move, they're going to have to think hard about their future strategies. Now, the confirmation from Ferrari was the cherry on top, wasn't it? They officially announced that Lewis Hamilton will join them in 2025.
That's right. And we saw Ferrari's shares in the New York Stock Exchange boost by a whopping 13%. Talk about shaking things up in the racing world.
The move is still taking time to sink in. Hamilton and Mercedes have been a power duo for years. His partnership with Toto Wolff in particular has been crucial.
Indeed. And let's not forget Charles Leclerc. He's on a multi-year contract with Ferrari too. So it's going to be interesting to watch them team up.
And then there's Carlos Sainz Jr. He's confirmed that he'll be parting ways with Ferrari at the end of 2024. Wonder where he'll end up.
It's an open seat that can be filled by a talented driver like Sainz Jr. But it's not just Ferrari. Even Mercedes has an empty seat now.
Absolutely. It's going to be an uphill battle for Mercedes. They've been building the team around Hamilton for so many years. Now, this move might mean that Hamilton will need time to understand the car and the team dynamics at Ferrari.
And let's not forget, when Formula One switched to new regulations in 2022, Mercedes suffered a lot. They had issues with the car concept and struggled with problems on the straights for a long time.
Indeed, it's going to be a challenging time ahead for them, but it does promise an exciting watch for the fans. There's also an interesting twist here, isn't there? The former top engineer of Mercedes, Loic Serra, who had shared Hamilton's skepticism about the concept of Mercedes cars, is also shifting loyalties to Ferrari in 2025.
Seems like Hamilton will have a familiar face to work with at Ferrari. I wonder how Leclerc is taking this news, though. He's got a potential rivalry brewing with Hamilton now.
True, but let's not forget that Hamilton mentally beat Fernando Alonso, a 2-time world champion, at the onset of his career. He's no stranger to in-team competition.
Speaking of competition, Sainz Jr. is in a bit of a predicament. He's got time to plan his next move, but the question remains, will he be Hamilton's replacement at Mercedes, or will he look elsewhere?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? But one thing is clear as day, Ferrari is the real winner here. Their stock saw a significant rise, and Hamilton's inclusion could potentially bring them an 8th title.
Not to mention, Hamilton had expressed his desire to play for Ferrari back in 2021. Looks like his dream is finally coming true.
He did mention how he was touched by the Ferrari fans rooting for him at Monza, a sentiment that must be even stronger now.
And let's not forget George Russell. With Hamilton's departure, he's got a golden opportunity to prove himself at Mercedes.
Couldn't agree more. The big question is who will be his teammate. And overall, it's Formula One that gets the most out of this buzz. Hamilton joining the ranks of 3 drivers who competed for both Ferrari and Mercedes is historical. The prospect of him securing an 8th title for Ferrari is nothing short of a thrill. William Turner, why don't you have a little dive into the internet comments and let us know what's being discussed out there?
I've got a rather lively thread here. So a chap named Slowly Harold starts the thread by quoting Alonso saying, quote, "I'm the only champion available for 2025 and a fast world champion," unquote.
Haha, Alonso always knows how to keep things interesting.
Yes, he's stirring the pot again. Commercial Brad comments about it, quote, "Nando's ability to stir things up will never stop being hilarious to me," unquote.
Well, he's not wrong there.
Strange Tim chimes in agreeing, quote, "He's easily the funniest driver on the grid," unquote. But then Jim Clark Kent Hovind suggests that Piastri is giving him a run for his money.
And how are people responding to that?
Pepperoni Killer recalls, quote, "Piastri's reaction to the dude that fell while using the hover pack is my highlight of the season," unquote. And then there's a bunch of back and forth about Piastri and Alonso's humorous antics. Biscuits Zero even brings up Horner, saying, quote, "Last of the great stirrers. With Horner probably gone soon, it's just Nando around to spice things up," unquote.
He's got a point there.
Derek Neal Adams makes a humorous remark about Alonso's words. Quote, "He's equally saying he'll stay at AM, and equally saying any team looking for a drive should know he's their first point of contact," unquote.
Well, that's a smart move.
It's a very spirited discussion here, and it's clear that Alonso's comments have struck a chord with the fans. They certainly appreciate his humor and candidness.
Well, who doesn't love a bit of banter? It certainly keeps things interesting on and off the track. Keep us updated on any further developments, William. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you all for joining us on this high-speed journey through the world of Formula One. We've had quite a spirited discussion about Hamilton's move to Ferrari and its potential ripple effects. Haven't we, William?
Indeed, Enzo Watts. And let's not forget the hilarious commentary from good old Alonso stirring the pot. Never a dull moment in the world of F1.
Absolutely, William. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this too, so do drop us a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and smack that notification bell so you'll never miss out on any of our episodes. Sharing our channel with your friends, family, and fellow F1 enthusiasts would be absolutely smashing.
And remember, we're live every day, bringing you the freshest content straight from the paddock. Buckle up, because we've got some exciting stuff on the horizon.
We're truly grateful to all of you for joining us today. We can't wait to have you on board for our next episode.
So keep your helmet on and your engines revved up, because we're just getting started. Green, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road. Our channel's content is pure gold.